What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Mufasa Fashaw. I'm glad you guys still kicking it with me, man, all the way here from 2019 to actually 2024, man. I appreciate you guys. With that being said, man, I do want us to be and still the most alpha versions of ourselves, man. Damn, man, we've been going 5 years strong, man. I had some good years, and I started off strong. I'm trying to keep it going, even though, life, I've been real busy. Being what I call the most alpha version of myself, I've been put in a couple roles of leadership in my career. And it's pretty much a lot of time-consuming stuff when you're building something from the ground up. So I still do my life coaching consultations. Shout out to Jerry, man. I've been doing some life coaching with him lately, and it's really been opening his eyes, and he's really tapping into being the most alpha version of himself. He's really doing the work, and I see the progress. I'm proud. I almost could cry. Yeah, man. So you guys always hit up the IG Alphacology 1K. Again, that's Alphacology 1K for the best, questions you have out there, and advice, life coaching, relationship coaching, whatever. I'm here to get you right, man. Get your mind right. So with that being said, man, hit up Alphacology 1K on Instagram, and we could set up something. I'm still working on the website. I still have the Alphacology apparel coming out and stuff like that, man. We moving. I might be on Black Wall Street Radio real soon. So I've been making moves. If you guys check out my YouTube, Alphacology YouTube, you'll see that I did a couple podcasts, just throwing something up there to let the people know I'm still in sync, still in tune. These last few months, it's just good old what I've been saying all the time. It's just good old alpha male lessons, alpha energy lessons. And one of the ones I do want to talk about, and I don't want to go into it too deep, was the actor Johnathan Majors. He lost his $50 million, $200 million deal with Marvel's Avengers because of a broad, right? AKA a woman, a female. And the reason he lost that, it was because of his lack of alpha energy. And he confirms it. And the way he confirms it just makes me laugh. Because in his interview, the lady asked him, what should you have done different? And he said, I should have been stronger. I should have walked away. Not from the fight. Not from the incident in the car. I should have never been in the car. I should have never been in that relationship, period. And for me to beat on a dead horse and bash Johnathan Majors, I could do that all day. But that's a beta male mindset, right? But he learned the alpha male lesson. He was in a beta male mindset. I done been in those situations before, fellas, where I wasn't the most alpha version of myself, and I was in a relationship with a woman that I shouldn't have been in a relationship with a couple of times, and it cost me dearly. So I want to let you know, I'm going to say this again. When a woman shows you those fangs, and a woman is crazy, a woman is willing to put her hands on you, if a woman is willing to grab that phone out your hand that she does not pay the bill for, or put her hands on you, that same woman will call the police on you. She will stop at nothing to ruin your life. Always remember that. So you treat it like an infectious disease. You get away from it. So I want you guys to understand that. You get away from it. You document it. You get away from it. Save yourself. I'm only telling you this because that is the safest way She will learn her lesson, and you escape, and you dodge the bullet. Now, if you decide to stay, it could be a lot of stuff that goes on. For example, I'll give you a good example. I was in a relationship one time, and this woman literally had a cut on her wrist and went online, because that's what they're going to use to attack your character and try to ruin whatever life they have. But I met her online. No, I didn't. Did I meet her online? No, I didn't even meet her online. I met her at the bar. But we ended up dating, and it got kind of serious, and then it came to a point where, again, she wasn't treating me like I wanted to be treated, and I was just trying to jog my mind. What did she see in me to make her think I was a beta male, right? But in the midst of all that, I started dealing and talking to other women, and she somehow found out. And one day, she actually because we lived together, she threw all the stuff, all the clothes, and this happened a second time too. The shit is crazy. It was almost like deja vu. But this is the first time it ever happened to me. Threw all my clothes and her clothes in the middle, just made a big ass mess, like a temper tantrum. Broke a bottle of liquor, all of that. And sat in there, and I'm like, what the? I'm coming home like, dang, I'm rushing home to try to plead my case. Beta male move. But she's in the closet with a knife, like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. And I'm like, yo. But did I stop dating her? No, I didn't. So it finally got to the point where I finally figured out a way to, get her out of my house and ghost her. And she did all of what she did online, calling me abusive and all that stuff. So I'm letting you guys know, the only lesson I learned, and I had to hold myself accountable, even though she was a terrible person for doing all that crazy shit, it was still, at the end of the day, when she had that knife, I should have stopped at nothing to get her out of my life. And I should have had it well documented. Thank God I had it well documented a little bit, but I didn't want to play the internet game because I didn't care. I pick and choose my battles wisely. I didn't care. It was a big thing. But I'm going to tell you like this. I should have left. It would have never got to the internet about all the fake abuse stuff and all of that. So I understand where Johnathan Majors said, I should have been stronger. I should have been da-da-da-da-da, right? I should have been able to walk away. Honestly, if I was this is me being a regular guy. If I was a Hollywood actor, hotshot movie star worth $200 million, it was no way I would be alone in a car with one woman. First and foremost, I would probably have an entourage of women knowing me. And no, I wouldn't be in a committed relationship at the epitome, at the top of my career. Not only that, she had recordings of him saying, oh, I need you to be more like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. And it's like, why didn't you look for a woman like that at the beginning? Fellas, I'm going to tell you this. Whatever woman you want, whether it be a Coretta Scott King type woman or a Michelle Obama type woman, you got to get those women that come from that bloodline. You got to get those women that come from that type of environment that breeds those type of women. He was dating a white European. She has no clue who Coretta Scott King is or Michelle Obama. Stop trying to make these women something they're not. Stop. If you have to come out your mouth and say, I need you to be more like this, that's the wrong woman for you. That's the wrong woman for you. Or that might be a woman for you, but you need another half that's going to be the woman you need at that time in the moment. And they played that recording. Of course, I think that had a lot to do with him getting a guilty conviction, but it was a weak guilty conviction, but it was still shouldn't have been in that situation, because here at Alphacology, we understand the world and it's not fair. And there, especially if you're a black man. I mean, a man in general. You could be a man in general. It's not fair. They're not, and when it's a man versus woman and it's going into the system and you're the breadwinner, they're going to try to milk you dry, make you look bad. All right? Stop making yourself a freaking easy target, fellas. Stop doing that. When a woman shows you she's crazy, believe her. Leave her alone. All right? Leave her alone. I done seen women blow up men's cars because they going through a breakup. Stop lying to these women. Let them know the truth. Deal with a woman who is emotionally and mentally stable. Let them know the truth. Hey, if you're not going to do what I need you to do, you're not going to be here. Put that in their heads early on and show it. Clearly, he wasn't showing it. This young lady was going through things as well, and these guys got to understand it cost him millions of dollars in a bright career. Do I think he'll get that career back? Cool. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But he learned his lesson. All right. He claims he has another woman that is more like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. To my surprise, it's a black woman. Duh. If you want a woman that's like those two women, the step number one, you need to date a black woman. You're not going to find a white woman like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King or whatever famous wife or first lady. It's just not going to happen, right? I just don't understand why they played that in the courtroom, but clearly it had an impact to get him a guilty verdict. Also him saying, I'm a monster, I'm going to kill myself. Just a lot of shit he shouldn't have been doing. Like, he was doing a lot of pleading. Fellas, one of my most famous podcasts is called You Are the Prize. You have to see yourself as the prize. If a woman is acting up, you don't plead your case with her, especially if she didn't do shit to help you get there. You don't plead your case with a woman who ain't help you do shit, who's not a helpmeet. Please at least know that much. And if you're really the prize and you're on a certain level, hey, I can have two of you. My way or the highway. It has to be. You have to be with a woman that really wants you to see you win. That woman did not want to see him win. That woman wanted to be one of his handlers, one of the people that control him. So I've seen it, and I'm telling you now, if a woman is trying to control you, 9 times out of 10, she sees some beta male in you. So you got to figure out what's inside of you that make this woman think you're a goddamn beta male. Is it you arguing? Is it you begging her to be with her? Is it you telling her she's the best thing ever and she really hasn't put any effort in the relationship? Is it you? It's probably just you giving her too much too soon, not making her earn anything. Again, make her earn it. There's no way I would be on Johnathan Majors' acting level and his contracts with the woman snatching my goddamn phone. Woman, are you crazy? Matter of fact, this your last night. This our last night together. I would have let her have the phone. You can have it. Don't even snatch it back. I would have just left. I would have got out of the car and left. She tried to attack me. I would have just got out of the car. Because at this point, you're lost. And you're Johnathan Majors. You should have looked her in the face and said, of course I have other women. You're not that cute. I've seen her. She's not that cute. But that's always good to start out 2024 with a good old classic alpha lesson. Your life is much easier when you're an alpha male. When you're the most alpha version of yourself, your life will be easier, especially with women. It's cut and dry, black and white. Woman doesn't do what you need her to do. She's not treating you how you want to be treated. You leave. That's it. You leave peacefully. Okay, this ain't working out. Or you, what I call, demote her. Listen, this ain't working out. I think we need to be friends. Let's take some time off, separate, whatever. Put her ass on ice, do whatever. Even when you think she's gonna spaz, make sure you record it. Always record your breakups, fellas. I learned this. Record your breakups. Secretly record them. So when it comes time and this woman decides to take it to court or try to get you in trouble or try to socially humiliate you, calling you a broke guy or abusive guy or a cheater, you could always have that, hey, here's my proof of me trying to break up with you. Or here's my proof that I broke up, I left you. You seem bitter. You have to do stuff like that. This woman had the mind to actually record Johnathan Majors saying stupid shit. That means he was deep in a relationship and he doesn't even notice. He's pouring his heart out to his woman and she's recording it for collateral, for times like this, for a payoff. Once you're worth $200 million, every woman you deal with has to have some kind of, they have some kind of motive. That's why I kind of like being a regular guy too, that's not too famous. Every woman I'm dealing with, they don't have, most women I deal with, they don't have motives. They probably have egos. So they're like, let me see if I can make the alpha submit to me. It's not going to happen, right? So I done been in those situations too. So you have to understand this. That is what we need to understand. That is why I am so happy. And I think on my next podcast, I'm going to play Johnathan Majors admitting that he's a beta male simp. He was simping. You couldn't be begging this woman and telling her you want to kill yourself because she want to break up with you or you having an argument. Don't go back and forth with these women. Do not go back and forth with them, bro. Please, I beg of you. They call it misogyny. I say be misogynistic, be egotistical. Use your ego. Every man should have an ego, but it shouldn't be on 24/7. You only use your ego when it's necessary. You need to use it as a weapon, like an emotional shield. When you find yourself about to yell at a woman, argue with a woman, argue with your girl, and you know you're the prize, you gotta shut up and say, you know what? You got it. I just don't think we need to be together. That's all you gotta do. It's so much tactics, and mean that shit and stand on business when you do it. That's how you nip that shit in the bud. You know, they say your girl should be scared to piss you off, but your girl should be scared of your stoicism. That's what she should be scared of, not you getting mad and raging. They want you to get mad and rage. Now they got you by the balls. Now they got evidence of you being psychotic. If they ever want to call the police, if they ever want to try to ruin your life or make you look bad via social media, because woman does that for some odd reason, they have it. So you don't rage. You shut down. They should be feared. And when I mean shut down, you put them on ice. Every woman you date should be scared of ice. I'm putting you on ice. And yes, ice mean go about your business, focus on your purpose, and you might run into another woman that's better. You might want to try her out for size. That's how we doing that. This is how we rolling. 2024 and on. We all made our mistakes. We see it all the time. You got Johnathan Majors here, ruin his life, and he didn't even beat the girl. Didn't punch her or anything. She just lied, and they still got a conviction on his ass. Don't put yourself in that goddamn situation. That's why I'm holding him accountable. He should have never did that. It was a point in that relationship where he said, wow, this woman is crazy. I may need to get rid of her. But he didn't. Because he wasn't strong enough. He said it himself. I wasn't strong enough. I wish I had the strength to walk away. What kind of shit that is? But guess what? I can't blame him. That's just his journey. I done had journeys. I done made mistakes. I done been in something where I was trying to get a woman out. And I know she was gonna raise hell. So people like, why you ain't just leave? I tried. So I get it. It's some women you can't just leave. And then he probably tried to break up with her and she tried to OD on pills. Oh well. All of that shit plays a part. I don't want you guys to be with these type of Jezebel women. All right? So with that being said, it's another little part of Alphacology, man. Please hit me up, Alphacology 1K. I also have a TikTok I'm working on. I'm trying to get in the groove of this whole social media promoting thing and promoting the podcast real strong. But I'm all about the content, man. I'm all about getting in the studio spitting. I don't need a camera. I don't need all this TikTok. I'm still an 80s baby at heart. So I just want you guys to be the most alpha version of yourself. And I'm going to work on the bells and whistles because that's what the time's called. But even though I might do a social media hiatus coming up in February, I will, and I repeat, I will be dropping content left and right. I'll still probably be on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading all my podcasts to YouTube. I pray to God they send me the verification code this time. Oh, yeah. Your boys, I'm trying to do it big. So with that being said, this has been another episode, the first episode of 2024. Almost 5 years strong in the game, man. Like I always say, this is not tea, it's protein. Peace out.